Let's go there. Hello and welcome to yet another amazing video recording series where we're going to be taking a look at the RSK paper reviews for all the papers we handle here on this particular channel for week 35, a rate coupon week. Our games are going to be played between the 2nd and the 3rd day of March 2024. I remain your host, Raymond Engineer. Okay, a quick one before we dive straight into the business of today. If you are new to this channel or you're just seeing videos on this channel for the first time and you actually love what we do here on this particular channel and you want to get a long way to keep receiving this kind of quality video content from us, all we're requesting that you do is for you to click on that subscription button right now to get subscribed to our channel. And remember that subscribing to this channel is totally free. You're not going to be paying a dime. Click on that notification icon thereafter to get notified whenever we drop a brand new video recording series just like the one you're seeing right now. Click on that like button to like our video, starting with this very video. Click on the share button, most importantly, to share this video and all the other videos on this channel to all your social media handles so that more people will get to discover our channel and also stand a chance to benefit from the freebies we give out here on a weekly basis. And lastly, don't forget to make use of that comment section by dropping your comments stating what you love about our channel and also suggesting better ways in which we could use to improve on the quality of videos we render for you guys. This will go a long way to help us make you guys better and quality video content and also do videos that will serve your interest, because your interest is being placed as our utmost priority. Okay, in our last video recording series, we took our time to do a preview on the special advanced fixtures paper, where I gifted our sequences and also one full-time banker draw at the end of that video, which is being projected to give us a very reliable draw there. So if you missed out on that video recording series, I would implore every one of you that missed out on that video to kindly go through that video again to get acquainted with the sequences, and also it will go a long way to help you make some massive profits by also helping you in your research this particular week 35. Okay, away from that, we're not going to be wasting our time there on the special advanced fixture, so we move to the next paper on our list. Okay, the next paper here has to do with the Bob Morton International paper. On Bob Morton International paper, page 1 here, as at the time of doing this video recording series, we didn't really find a setting that has come to stay. We only had a setting that states that whenever on the Joker's pair we have two numbers there being family series numbers, then it is being projected to give us a very reliable pair from there. But I'm quite doubting the numbers there this week, but it can actually pull through. Okay, on page 2 of this particular paper, we have also a setting from the Super 6 column, which states that whenever we have on the first pair here two numbers, you add the individual digits of the first or the second number and it gives you a result which is the other number, then it is said to give us a very reliable pair from there. This week we have number 4 and number 13 there. If you add 1 plus 3, which are the individual digits of 13, and it gives you us number 4, which is the result which is placed here, then 4 and 13 are being projected to be a very reliable pair from there. We also come to the cartoon box section here, where we have two players with a write-up and also some experiences being shown here. The write-up states here that the time has come to make my improvements felt, and we have two players with shirt number 64 and shirt number 10. Okay, so we can now actually decode what that means as at the time of doing this video recording series. I'll give you feedback on that in our observation corner video. On page 3 of this particular paper, we have two settings for winning pleasure this particular week. We have the setting from the cartoon box section here that comes with two players as well, player with shirt number 10 and 61, and it comes with two write-ups. The first write-up says that a cheap shot will it do the job or it's just for show. Okay, the second write-up here states that controlling the ball and moving it 2 or 3 yards to the side on the second touch. Okay, this is actually projecting number 2 and number 3 as a very reliable pair from here. Whenever this particular setting comes up, okay, then it's projecting 2 and 3 for 1 or 2 full-time draws, and it's being specified here 2 or 3 yards. Okay, so that is a very reliable pair. And the follow-ups here says that to the side on the second touch. Second means 2. So number 2 here from this write-up, from how I understand it, just like last week from Soccer Research page 1, I told you guys about number 1, the game between I think Liverpool and Chelsea ended in a goalless draw. Okay, the same thing is applicable here. So it's projecting number 2 and 3 as a very reliable pair from here, and it's indicating 2 as a full-time banker draw from here. So that's the benefit of seeing my video recording series. Number 2 is being projected there, and still on page 3 here we have another setting that says that whenever number 1 and 49 are being represented as the 2 bold numbers under the 1-2x analysis column on page 3 of this particular paper, then it's projected to give us a very reliable pair. But for this week, I don't think any of these numbers is going to scale through, so we're going to work on it and give you feedback in our observation corner video. On page 4 of this particular paper, we went through page 4 here, and at the time of doing this video recording series, we didn't really find a setting that has actually come to stay. So we're not going to be wasting our time here. We proceed to the next paper on our list, which has to do with the Capital International paper. And here on Capital International paper, we have a couple of settings for your winning pleasure. So let's get started with the first setting here on page 1, which states that on the try column, whenever you add the first and the second number on the try column and gives us the third number, it is set to give us a winning line or a very reliable 2/2 banker draws, courtesy of this particular try column. Okay, we also have another setting that says that whenever the weak number is being represented at the editor's top 2 column, then it is set to give us 1 full-time banker based on positioning and also a very reliable pair. Also, we have a setting that projected our premium pay series last week, which we are going to still look into it, that states that whenever we have dashes on the triple chance 16 column, number 4 and number 6 represented by dashes instead of numbers, then it is set to give us 2/2 pairs and also 1 full-time banker draw. We're going to look into that in our observation corner video and subsequently a premium pay video. On page 2 of this particular paper, at the time of doing this video recording series, we didn't really find a setting that has come to stay, so we're not going to be wasting our time there. We proceed to the next page, which is page 3, and on page 3 we have a cartoon box section, which states that the first 90 minutes are the most important, and we have 2 players there with shirt number 10 and shirt number 52. Need I say more? Okay, that is the second write-up from there. So we've actually seen number 10 being flaunted both in the first paper and also in this particular paper. So can number 10 actually scale through? Okay, number 10 I think is the match between Birmingham and Southampton. Okay, can it actually scale through to give us a full-time draw? I'll look into that as well. On page 4 of this particular paper, we didn't really find a setting that has come to stay. Okay, we have only one setting from there, which says that whenever the 2 question mark column on the expert 1-2x review column at page 4 of this particular Capital International paper is in a particular division, then it is being projected to give us a very reliable pay from there. Okay, so for this week we have number 12 and 13 indicated with question mark, which are in the same division. So 12 and 13 is being projected to be a very reliable pay from there. We also have the expert guessing games tips column harboring number 9, number 1 and 49, which whenever that happens indicates that the middle number here is being projected as a full-time banker draw. Okay, on page the next paper on our list, which has to do with the soccer research paper, we have it that on soccer research, whenever we have number 13 indicated on the question mark column here, then it is set to give us a very reliable banker draw from there. So for this week, we have number 4 and number 13 there. So between 4 and 13, it's going to give us a very reliable pair from there, and also all 2/2 full-time draws. Okay, away from this, we didn't really find any other setting that has come to stay on page 1. So we move to page 2, where on page 2 we have the cartoon box column with players and also write-ups. We have player with shirt number 23, shirt number 28, shirt number 73, shirt number, I think this is 18, and also player with no shirt number, which actually is the goalkeeper. Okay, and we have 2 write-ups, and the write-ups states that this positioning defenders away from the ball to protect the vital space behind the defense. And the next write-up states only to create opportunity. Okay, we cannot actually decode what that means, but we're going to look into that and give you feedback in our observation corner video. We also have another setting here that states that whenever you add the first and second number at the banker's at column and gives you the third number, then it's projecting some reliable banker draws and also a pair. On page 3 of this particular paper, we have a very reliable setting here, which states that on the right hand side of the leagues table for last week 34 rather, we had it that number 13 and 31 were being represented at the right hand side of leagues table, and none of it actually picked a draw. And for this week 35, number 13 and 31 are represented there as well for the second time. Okay, and for this week, it doesn't happen that way without it picking a very reliable draw from these 2 numbers. So for this particular week, number 13 and number 31 are being projected to be a very reliable pair. This cannot fail, trust me on this. So this is a very reliable pair this week for your winning pleasure. Okay, on page 4 of this particular paper, we went through page 4, and at the time of doing this video recording series, we didn't really find a setting that has actually come to stay. So we're not going to be wasting our time there. We proceed to the next paper on our list, which has to do with okay, I think that is the last paper on our list. So thank you very much for having taken our time to see this video to the end. I so much appreciate you guys. See you in our next video, which has to do with the premium pay video series, the dead game video series subsequently, and the observation corner video. Okay, at the end of the day, we might decide to give you a full-time banker video for your winning pleasure. Okay, so if you are yet to subscribe to our channel, kindly click on that subscription button to get subscribed to our channel. Don't forget to click on that notification icon thereafter to get notified whenever we drop a brand new video recording series, just like the one you're seeing right now. Click on the like button to like our video starting with this very video. Click on the share button to share it to all your social media handles so that more people get to discover our channel and also stand a chance to benefit from the freebies we give out here on a weekly basis. And lastly, don't forget to make use of that comment section by dropping your comments, stating what you love about our channel, and also going a long way to suggest better ways in which we could use to improve on the quality of videos we render for you guys. This will go a long way to help us make better and quality video content for you, and also do videos that will serve your interest, because your interest is our utmost priority. Thank you very much, and do have a lovely week ahead. Remain your host, Raymond Engineer. See you in our next video. Bye for now.